philosophy, how to design practice, and what I call statistical guidance for practice. Trying to look at what actually happens the most frequently in a game and translate that to what we practice. Because there's a lot of drills you can find on the internet to grab and run that don't translate to anything you're actually going to do in a game. So my goal is to try and make that translation as clear as possible. So we're going to do a lot of dribbling, a lot of finishing at the rim, some jump shots, and some very simple concepts to get everybody on the same page offensively. And I like to play as much 3-on-3 as possible, especially up to that 4th grade level, 3rd and 4th grade. I'd like to see all the recs go to only 3-on-3 based. Play it full court, play it sideways on the short court, and keep it that way. So they have more time, more space, more ability to make decisions, more touches on the ball, everything. And then start 5-on-5 from 5th grade and up. I think would do a lot of good. And there's a couple school systems, towns that are starting to turn that direction. Oyster River right now does all 3-on-3 based up through 3rd and 4th grade, and they're starting to see some more and more kids as they get that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade level. It pays a lot of dividends. So the basic play practice philosophy comes from a book written by an Australian guy named Alan Launder called Play Practice. And it's really just taking the games approach, which is kind of a broad word for the philosophy around it, and making everything you do in practice based around the game. So the kids know these are the rules, this is the focus, this is how I win, and apply that to everything we do on the court. And so I named my business Play Practice to try and really emphasize that, and I've started doing what I call a practice sandwich, where we come in the door and we play a game first thing we step on the court. And you never have a problem with kids showing up late to practice, because they know as soon as they get there, they're going to get to play. And you do it for 6 or 8 minutes. We're running full court, 3-on-3, balls to the wall, fast pace with a shot clock. And then we stop, water break, we break it down, start building our practice progression. And then we do the same thing at the end. We play a game to finish. So they always know they're going to play to start and they're going to play to finish. Practice might be a little boring in the middle, but it makes it worthwhile. And I've seen a lot of good benefits from doing that approach. I'm going to talk about the importance of a system. The biggest problem I see with the average coach is that, again, they pull bits and pieces of drills that don't have any cohesive system that work together. So from a kid's perspective, everything's a contradiction, as the coach says. In this play, we're supposed to run this way and do this kind of screen, and in this play, we're not supposed to do that at all, and I get yelled at if I do. And the end result is really slow, indecisive play. The kid's frozen. When he catches the ball, he doesn't know what he's supposed to do because he's made too many mistakes and gotten yelled at, and all the rules in his mind are all contradicting each other. So my goal is to try and simplify everything as possible, and whatever system you find works for you, just make sure it's cohesive from A to Z. And ideally, with a program like this, from Kittery Rec to travel to the school teams that they're going to go play for, have some kind of system that all the coaches are on the same page, so that when we talk to a kid in 1st grade, we talk to them again in 6th grade, it's still the same continuum progression of concepts and skills. I think that's the #1 problem most rec departments have with kids progressing to a level where they can go out and compete and really succeed at the travel level or beyond with their middle school team. So, like I said, my focus is really on that K through 8th grade age group. I like to try and get kids prepared to go try out for their high school team. And if we can build a progression of skills and concepts that make sense all the way to that point, hopefully they're going to be confident enough in what they're doing